Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Sarah and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we are talking about meet me at the kitchen sink. Okay, meet me at the kitchen sink. And the reason why I do these videos is so that I can be able to let go whatever it is that I have feeling, or whatever it is that I have been holding on to inside for a while. So sometimes I have a tendency to think about things, right? Like we all think about things, right? Sometimes some of us, our minds are constantly thinking, right? So meet me at the kitchen sink is a way to be able to let go, right? I'm sorry, I'm out of breath a little bit because I just ran inside the house to get my son milk, and I just started this video like 3 times. So this is my 3rd time restarting this video because my son was having some type of issues or whatever. But doing these videos helps me. Not only does it help me, it may help you in some way, shape, or form. Now, when I first started doing YouTube, I was a little bit nervous, right? I think we all had that little bit of nervousness within us, and we have a hard time to be able to let go and to be able to release, to be able to come on camera and to feel comfortable. But let me tell you something, since being able to do this, and since being able to do something as coming to this kitchen sink, and I feel like I'm going to make this a new thing of mine. It's not necessarily about drama or anything like that, or of that nature. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a way, you should just like a regular person, like when you go see a therapist, right? So when you go see a therapist, you're letting go, but you're kind of keeping it private between you and your therapist. But for me, I want to be able to let go, and I want to be able to help whoever else is out there that is possibly going through the same situation, or have gone through the same situation, but don't know how to let go and don't know how to release. Well, here is a platform for you to be able to feel like it's safe to let go, because I'm not here to judge you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting forth whatever it is that I'm going through and that I have been through to speak about it to you guys. So it's all about becoming comfortable within yourself and just being able to learn how to let go and not worry about what other people are thinking about you, or not worrying about how other people are going to judge you, because at the end of the day, it really truly does not matter. It really matters about healing and being able to release. You know what I'm saying? So meeting me at the kitchen sink is like a way of, like, when you go in your shower, right, and you just empty out, like I was telling you guys about my prayer closet, right? Prayer closet is my bathroom. The reason why it's my bathroom is because that's a place for me to let go. I let everything go inside the bathroom, right? So that's my prayer closet. It's my sacred space. It's my space to let go. It's my space to talk to God, because he sees all things, right? He knows what's going on. He sees what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So why be shameful when I came into this world naked, when he gonna see me? He sees me. You know what I'm saying? So why not make that my space to let go? When you're in your naked self, when you're in your flesh, when you're in that spot of the beginning and how you came into this world, why not make that space your space to let go, your space to just vent? So that's my space to talk to God. So me also coming here to the kitchen sink is me washing everything away. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the sink, I'm washing it all away, so my hands is getting clean while I'm letting go. So that's why I'm going to start doing meet me at the kitchen sinks, because I feel like it's convenient for me, and it also helps me get in a better mood. It helps me get in a better mood. So not every day or not all the time do I necessarily have things to talk about, but today I want to talk about a certain thing in particular because it's been on my mind, and not necessarily because it's just on my mind, but I was thinking about me growing up, right? Me growing up, me being an adoptee, right? If some of y'all don't know, I was an adopted child, right? And some of us as an adopted child, we have gone through some things, right? And some things I could say that we kind of probably exaggerated because not necessarily we didn't have the right mind, or we wasn't really thinking properly. Hold on. Come on, baby, go play. Mommy's trying to do this video. It's like he wants to cling to me at this point in time. And this is the third time I had to restart my video. I'm not restarting now. The devil ain't gonna stop me, okay? I had told God, I talked to God about this before I even started recording. So I feel like I want to let this go, and I feel like the devil just be like, you know what, we're gonna try to stop. I already had interruptions with the video, like not enough storage, had to back up, all types of stuff, okay? But the devil ain't gonna stop nothing today, okay? We're gonna let that be known right now. He ain't gonna stop no show. But okay, so what I really wanted to talk about is how, you know, us as adoptees, right? Us as adopted children, sometimes we have a tendency of over-exaggerating things, right? And I was just thinking about, why do we rebel so much? Like, why do we rebel? And I feel like the reason why we rebel, and the reason why we do things out of our nature, is because the situations that we have been through, which is understandable, right? It's very understandable, you know, going through some type of trauma, going through some type of change in your life that not necessarily you thought you were going to go through, but I mean, it ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking about being young. Why? And now that now that I'm saved, right? Now that I'm saved, y'all, my old mind was not thinking this, okay? He's like being extra today. My old mind was not thinking these things, you guys. My old mind was thinking of my wicked ways and my wicked habits, right? I was thinking about all the things that I did, you know? I was thinking about all the things that I did, okay? And not necessarily saying that all the things that I did was just like very bad, but you know, I could have did better. I could have most definitely did better as a child. But what I want to really truly say is, parents, listen, if you're struggling with your children, right? And you're struggling with their rebellion, you're struggling with them being wicked, or you're struggling with them doing things that are not right and not pleasing to you, and that's upsetting you and getting you mad and angry. Let me tell you something. Do you not realize that it took me 30 years to realize that what I was doing as a child was wrong? Now, we all have to take accountability and responsibility of who we are as adults and as children, because, you know, it's a part of the process. It's just very important. It's a part of the process. I can't blame nobody for who I was in the past. I can't say that, oh, the reason why I did this is because this, that, and the third. No, I had to go through that same process just like somebody else had to go through that same process. But it took me to go get saved by God. It took me to get down on my knees to be at my worst spot, okay? And it might take your children that. You know what I'm saying? It might take your child that to get to that spot. You know, sometimes they bump their head. You know what I'm saying? It took me 29 years to bump my head to realize, okay, what I was doing was wrong. Holy crap. Sit down. Now you know you're wrong. You gonna bump your head too. You gonna bump your head too. Y'all, he's standing on top of the couch. He got his toy right there standing on top of it, about to fall off. Like, he about to bump his head too. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, what is going on? This boy literally... Focus. I came here back to focus, okay? I had to cut the video 4 times already. Focus, okay? Maybe 4, focus. Okay. Anyways, y'all. But sometimes it may take your child to bump their head to realize what the heck they doing is wrong. Just like it took me, but it took me, you know, to bump my head, be at my lowest, for God to rebuild me up and to strengthen me to be who I am now, to be saved, and to realize the rebellion and the wicked things that I was doing was because my adopted parents was trying to really, y'all, I used to be so bad with my mouth, y'all. I'm just like, my parents, you know, they strict. They wouldn't let me do this, that, and the third, you know, expecting other people to save me, but not realizing that the reason why they were doing the things that they were doing was to protect me from this wicked world. Not realizing that, you know, and it's crazy. I'm 29 years old, you guys, and I'm just now realizing that the stuff that they were doing, I don't agree with everything, okay? Now, I'm not saying everything. But I'm not saying the way I grew up was perfect. Not saying that it was all the way there. Not saying that it wasn't all the way there. But now that I'm older and now that I have some type of comprehension to realize, okay, some part of you and the things that you have been through was some type of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm saved and now that God saved me and has shown me that the things of this world is wicked. And the reason why they were doing what they were doing was to save me from the wicked ways of the world. Okay? Like having a baby, you know, laying up, having sex at a young age and stuff like that. Having a baby, not knowing what to do. I use that as myself for an example because I was young, okay? You know, I thought, oh, I'm about to have a baby, da-da-da-da-da, I'm grown, yada-yada-yada. It wasn't necessarily, oh, I did this on purpose to get pregnant. But, you know, I didn't agree with my adopted parents at the time, talking about getting an abortion, right? I was young, okay? I wasn't even mentally there. I still was going through some type of trauma mentally from what I was dealing with as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I was 100% ready, and I could say that myself that I wasn't. But you know, I'm here now today, 29 years old, to say, hey, you know what? It took me to bump my head. It took me to go through certain things and certain situations to realize that, you know what? Maybe they were protecting me from the ways of the wicked world because they were strict. They were strict. They didn't play no games, okay? My adopted parents were strict. I mean, I thought me being in at the street light I thought it was just bad. You know what I'm saying? All my friends and they got their parents is allowing them to be out at night and do whatever they want to do. Now, I'm not saying hold your kid captive. I'm not saying let them not live. You know what I'm saying? But I understand now that I'm older. I understand. Okay, you got to be in that street light. Okay, now I understand that because there's a lot of wicked, you know, at nighttime. Not even just that night. It's a lot of people that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that ain't got their right mind. And I'm just like, okay, now that I'm older, now that I have kids, now I'm just like, no, you can't go down that street. No, you gotta wait for me. You know, I'm a little paranoid. I'm just like, nope. Can we ride our bikes around the corner? Heck, no, because anything could happen around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Because it did when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Me playing out in my front yard as a kid. Something happened. You know, a guy tried to SA me. So, you know, yeah. So, you know, sometimes we got to go back and give thanks to our parents because, dang, man. Now I think about it, I'm just like, dang, they son saved me from a lot of destruction, for real, for real. But sometimes they can't save you from everything, okay? You can't be saved from everything. Sometimes you have to go through that lesson and bump your own head. And not necessarily, oh, because such and such parents is all free-nilly and letting their child do whatever they want because they don't think that nothing's going to happen to them. No, baby. No. That's not always the case, okay? Watch out for your children. And I can say that now that I'm an adult. I ain't gonna lie, I had to apologize to that woman. I had to apologize to her and tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being such a rebellious child. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't agree with everything, everything was peaches and cream, I had to actually, you know what, think about some things and say, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, I wasn't in my right mind. You know what, I was a little immature. You know what, I thank you. I thank you. Because I wouldn't be who I am today if I wouldn't have went through the things that I went through. And that's why I'm so grateful. And that's why I talk about sometimes you just gotta let them fall, y'all. Let your kids figure it out. You know, sometimes we try to force our kids to be so good. We want them to be so good. We want them to do so good. You know, we focus on how we don't want our children to the point where we try to mold and bend them and fix them the way we want them and the way we see them to be. But sometimes it don't always work right like that. Sometimes you have to let God do the job. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, so bad you want them to be saved. So bad you don't want them to go through destruction. So bad you don't want them to see and hear and do things. But sometimes you have to let God step in. You have to let God step in. Because when I tell you he stepped in my life and he said, it wasn't my mama. It wasn't my daddy. It wasn't my auntie. It wasn't my uncle. It wasn't none of that. It was God. It was God. He had to sit me down. Sit me down. Break me to nothing. Nothing. When I tell you nothing, when I tell you nothing, when I became thankful and grateful, when I had nothing, nothing, no house, no car, I started gaining it back little by little. The people he had to shoo out of my life through that nothing and cleansing me of my flesh, my spirit, and my rebellion and my wickedness, the way I was, y'all. Y'all wouldn't even understand. I'm not saying let up on your child. No, what I'm saying is let God do the job. Let God do the work. Because you can't save them. You can't save them. As much as you try, you can't save them from stopping to go get pregnant. You can't save them from stopping to do drugs. You can do whatever you want, say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have to find their own identity. They're gonna have to find their own place in life and figure out who they are as a being. They're gonna have to go through trials and tribulations. They have to be knocked down, be put back up. They're gonna have to go through all those things to be able to realize, hey, enough is enough. This ain't me. This ain't right. Why I go through these things? Let them fall. Let them fall. I'm not saying let any harm come their way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. I believe y'all get what I'm saying. But y'all, these meet me at the kitchen sinks, it didn't go as I planned for it to go. But it went in a direction on where I guess God wanted me to lead me at. Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I sat down on this couch and I was getting frustrated. And I had to pray real quick. I had to let him know, like, listen, are you shutting my mind up? Because what I really wanted to talk about and how I really wanted to go about it sometimes is not the way we always want to go about it. Sometimes God will send a roadblock to stop you from what it is that you about to say or what it is about you, what you about to go through, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just sent a roadblock real quick and was just like, let's redirect that and let's reroute that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I had to go through this video 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. And I said, God, what is it? And I literally said before recording, I said, please help me watch my tongue. And I'm sitting on the couch like, what the heck did I do wrong? What did I say wrong now? I think he was stopping me in my tongue, for real, for real. whatever I was about to say, whatever was about to come out. But y'all, I don't like rehearsing videos before I start recording, because, and I did that, you know what I'm saying? I did that this time. I really don't like doing it, because rehearsing videos, rehearsing me just walking around. Okay, so this is what I was doing, y'all. Who is this? Oh, they checking out the house. The new neighbors next door. So this is what I was literally doing before I started recording, you guys. I literally started talking about what I was gonna talk about in my video before I started talking in the video. And so as I was talking, walking around the house, cleaning up, I started losing track of what I was talking about, because I was venting it away. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you wash it away at the kitchen sink, it's to go down the drain to never come back, right? And that's exactly what happened. So I was washing away by venting it out already. So I lost track of what I was about to speak about. I do that a lot. So like, I will, when I'm trying to get something off my chest, y'all, this is what I do. I just walk around the house. I'll be like, you know, you know, like talking to yourself. I'll just be all around the house, and I just be talking to get it out. You know what I'm saying? To let it out. And then after I let it out, I no longer think about it no more, because all I wanted to do was just to let it out. That's just how I am, I guess. You know, it's like storing information. It's like some type of storage, but when you let it out, you release it. It's like deleting that storage on my iPhone. It's like that storage that was full. Yeah, my storage was full. So when I emptied it, it got deleted. And to no longer come back. So I guess that was a perfect example of how my mind works sometimes. Sometimes when I let it out, you know, when you let that video out and you delete it, it no longer come back. Ain't no way for it to come back. It's gone. That's what happened with the first video. I started recording it, and I was just like, oh shoot, I didn't really realize that I was recording at first. And then I recorded another one, and then that one got interrupted by my storage. So my storage kind of got, you know, mumble jumbled. It got deleted because it was trying to back up, and then I was doing this, that, and the third, but not really thinking about what I was thinking about at the time, because I was trying to store the information in my mind, not necessarily the phone. I was trying to store the information in my mind, but it got lost. It got lost just like that storage. And my mind worked like that, y'all. My mind is like the iPhone storage on your phone. Once it's gone, it's gone. And ain't coming back. That's my mind, for real. I be forgetting, like I literally forget. Who was that drove by? I ain't see the car drive by. I literally forget. Isn't that insane? So if somebody sometimes asks me about something, it's not necessarily that I try to forget. I just forget. My mind is sometimes like a storage. It gets lost. I guess that's a perfect way to explain my mind. Perfect way to explain my mind. Wow. Oh, I just learned something new today. Come here. Let me see that quarter. You want some juicy juice? But anyways, you guys, I guess that concluded my video. I didn't really pretty much get everything out what I wanted to get out, but y'all get the message. I hope you get the message. I know it was caught in translation and it was kind of mumble jumbled a little bit, but forgive me. I'm not perfect. I try to put out as much as I can without not, you know, putting out enough. Sorry. But I'm done cleaning my dishes, but I mean, I got one more pot to clean. I don't necessarily think that I have anything else to talk about. So I feel like this should be the ending of my video because we are reaching almost 20 minutes. Well, when I add the other video, it's gonna be like 25-30 minutes. So I wish you guys a blessed day. I will be back soon. Whenever my mind just wants to vent again, or whenever my mind wants to release I will be back. So y'all will know. Y'all be blessed to stay up. Bye.